My name's Will Martin. I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, in a little town called Madeira. My main sport growing up was lacrosse. Once I got into college, I actually switched over to rugby and bull riding.
Will's personality is very quirky. There's so many facets to him. He's creative and he can fix anything. He can sit there and write poems, write songs, but then you'll catch him the next day and he's out on the pickleball court.
Will has always been extremely methodical. A good kid, but his mind was always going. It was parents' weekend, and we're all together, and then we left, and he went on to do what they do, is some college parties, and
I was out with a bunch of my friends, like close friends. Unfortunately, one of my friends made a kind of a dumb mistake, but he ended up putting something in my drink one of the nights, and it messed with my brain chemicals. He said he wanted to do it because he thought it would be funny. He had no ill intentions necessarily. He didn't want to hurt me, you know. It was just kind of like a prank, so to speak.
And the next morning when we saw him, he was sheet white.
Just shaking and sweating, not really lucid, not making a whole lot of sense, like something's really wrong.
And I mean, that opened up a whole nother can of worms for the rest of my life.
It was just 2 years ago. He was in the chair right here, shaking, sweating, not able to get out of the chair.
I was in the middle of a very, very bad episode, and after a month or so, they said, Will, you have to get out of the house. You have to get off this couch. You are not gonna feel better sitting here doing nothing.
And for the first 3 or 4 times it was no, and finally it was like, no, you are doing something, and guess what? You're coming to pickleball.
It actually literally dragged me to the truck. And I had never played pickleball before, but we went to the court. They stuck a paddle in my hand and said, hit this ball over the net, just back and forth. It's that simple. We don't have to think about anything else.
I think I realized it was the thing for him once he stopped having as many episodes. So they got fewer and fewer as the year progressed, and it was the only big change he had made really was playing pickleball.
And I think that was probably the first time I heard Will belly laugh for a year. And then it's just snowballed, and now, you know, Will is addicted to pickleball. It's one of those things where you sleep better after you play. You're happier, you're getting the endorphins going. That's kind of in a nutshell. I mean, there's so much more to it as to how pickleball got him off the couch.
Pickleball means a lot to me, more than just connecting with family and friends. It means the world to me that my parents and family and close friends were on board with what I was going through.
And that's the thing with Will, there's so much more to it as to how pickleball got him off the couch, got him to socialize, and then it helps him to help others, and that's why he does what he does in terms of playing pickleball, and it helps him, it helps others hopefully.
Pickleball to me is a tool to be able to get to people, to talk to them about mental health. I appreciate them and everyone, and I thank them so much for supporting me in what I'm trying to do.